Folks, this is the March webinar, and my name's Dan Brown. I'm the co-owner of Bloomberg Digital. A lot of you know me as a senior service consultant at MGE Management Experts. This one is going to be highly interactive. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're watching it live, well done. If you're not, well, you're going to learn from what we do right about now. So what I always do is I always ask you, what are your questions about marketing? What are you running into right now? What do you want me to cover? Whether it's going to be at this one or a future one. So I would like you all to, those of you that are live, put in the chat right now, what are some of the questions you have about marketing? What did you come here for? What would you like to know more about? What are you running into as a challenge right now? What are some of the areas that you feel, if I knew that a little bit better, boy, that would be really helpful. Already we've got internal marketing. It's a great point. Probably one of the easiest and best sources of new patients are those that have been referred. Running out of ideas, how much info should I post on social media? Do patients really read the blogs? Boy, you're in the right webinar for this one. Google issues. Certainly, Ariana, got that. Video content ideas. Melissa, beautiful. You're at the right webinar. Social media posts. Couldn't have picked a better webinar to attend in person. Best combination of marketing. Good. Dr. Mansfield, love that. Small town marketing for a fee-for-service practice. You're definitely at the right webinar for that one. Media posting. Good. Reaching a wider audience via social media. Great, Raina. How to increase engagement on social media posts. Boy, it's as if we asked you to make the applicable originations based off the content we've got planned for you today. Love that. Thank you, Janelle. More ways to get the clinical staff engaged with promoting reviews and referrals. Getting back the patients that left due to dropping insurance. Okay, good. That's a wonderful selection. What I'm going to do right now is we've got a lot of information. I'm going to get down and dirty. I'm going to ask you to say, hey, do you want me to look at your profile live online with everybody else watching? And I'm going to look at your profile through the eyes of a patient. And I'm going to be brutal. It might be a little bit painful for you. You might already be a Bloomberg Digital client, and you might still get your face slapped a little bit. You've got to have courage to do this. I'm going to do this not because I'm trying to be interesting or I'm trying to create shock. I'm just going to do this so that you could take a look at your profile through the eyes of a patient, because that's what I've studied. If you want me to do that, what you need to do right now is you need to put the name of your practice, the city, and state. And take the first one I got. Bradenton Complete Dentistry. The way that I approach this is, let's say that I just found your practice and I was searching dentists near me, or I was searching, somebody even mentioned, they said, hey, you need to check out Bradenton Complete Dentistry. This is where I go. Person's going to very typically do the following. They're going to come here and they're going to go, oh, okay, good. 4.8 stars. 476 reviews. That's a good chunk of reviews. Doing great. 4.8 is good. Great is 4.9. 5 stars is fine as long as you have in excess of 150 reviews. I'm going to say this again. 5 stars is okay. It's great, but it's unbelievable to about 30% of the people searching that you could be perfect. So if you have a 5-star review, just make sure you have more than 150. They have a 4.8. So what that is going to generate is a lot of confidence, a lot of trust. Person may do what I'm about to do. They may do this. They may click the reviews. And it sorts by what's called most relevant, okay? And what Google likes to do is it likes to put its local guides. That's somebody who's, involved in Google. They've agreed to do a lot of reviews. So they put their local guide reviews generally at the top in their most relevant search, okay? Person might do this. So they've responded to their reviews and they're responding to their reviews. Let's see. Yep, they're doing so. They've responded. Oh my gosh, this is just fantastic. You're responding to all your reviews, except you got a negative one that you haven't responded to. I'm not even going to read this one, but let's see how long it is. Oh my gosh, person wrote a book. You're going to have to respond to that one. You're going to find a certain number of people, predominantly low tone and distrustful people. Lower tone people, they're lower on the tone scale, right? The chart of attitudes. They're not very high tone. They will sort by this. Instead of most relevant, they will go over here to lowest. And they want to see how bad can it get. There is that population that they're very untrusting. You've got to make certain that you respond to all your negative reviews. So you've got a few reviews that you have not responded to. I'm not going to put any attention on this. And I know you're probably writhing in your chair right now. I can't believe he's doing that to me. Listen, negative reviews happen. You've got 476 positive reviews. I want you to answer every negative review. You just got to do that. What will happen? and I want everybody to hear me when I say this. If you have a negative review that has not been answered, what it does is it says to me, the patient, oh, they're avoiding that. They haven't answered that person. Maybe that's true. If you answer it properly, you're dispelling the idea that you're avoiding it, that you're not taking responsibility. Negative reviews have to be answered. I love it that you're answering all your positive reviews. I mean, I rarely see A, this many reviews, B, you're answering the positive reviews. So well done. I mean, really well done. On the negative reviews, every one of them has to be answered. Now, I am going to review your negative reviews to see, are they being answered properly? This is going to be me sorting by lowest. This one wasn't answered, so we got to answer that one. This one was answered. Okay, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. You got some very, very bored patients doing a lot of writing here. Okay. So, okay. Okay. First and foremost, this review is absolutely false. All right. This is a bit confrontational. While 100% it's true, you're not answering this for that person. You're answering it for everybody who's going to read this review. I love this because of privacy laws. What I can say is, okay. Yeah. Good. So I can feel your temperature right now. You're boiling right now. I get it. We're going to have to shorten this down. We're going to make it a little bit higher ground, and we'll revisit that one. Let's see what we get here. Okay. So we have no record for you at this practice. I think you have left this unfounded review for the wrong office. Please double check your records as this review is damaging. Good. So here's what we want to do on this one. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for the feedback. However, we actually don't have any record of you at our practice. It could be that you have left this review for the wrong practice. In any case, we'd be more than happy to help you either get the correct practice, help get them corrected, or help you out with your outstanding dental need. We're standing by, ready to receive and assist you in any way we can possible. Folks, why did I just do that? Why did I just answer it that way? Who can tell me? Who can tell me why I just answered that way? Yeah, I'm not making them wrong, right, Janelle? Try to get them into your office? Yeah, possibly. It's more about, trust me, a negative reviewer, we may want them back, we may not, depending on who they are. The main thing, to shift attention, not so much, but giving them the opportunity to respond and potentially, I'm going to tell you this. I just want to show people that I'm reasonable and that I'm a good person and I'm not avoiding confrontation and I'm not being confrontational. You're also responding to the public who is also seeing your response. That's it. That's it. I'm not responding to that individual. I'm responding to everybody who's going to read that negative review. And trust me, a lot of people are going to do exactly as I do. Here's what the typical patient's going to do. They're going to go, extremely disappointed with it. Okay, good. Let's charge $1,800 for dental work. Never performed. When I tried to reach out to resolve this, no one answered my calls. And every time I managed to get through, I was told they were closed. It's lack of accountability. Okay, good. Hi, Lisa. I might even go like this. Oh my gosh. Sounds like a horrible experience. That said, we don't have any record of you at this office, so perhaps this is the wrong office. That said, we would love to get you either the correct office or assist you with this personally. We are open, and here's an email. Please, we're standing by to help you with anything we can. Now, maybe Lisa is a competitor. Maybe this is a planted review. From me as a reviewer, I'm going to read that and go, oh my gosh. I'm going to read the response and go, oh, wow. Lisa should just pick up the phone and call them. Good. Let's see this one. First time being on Medicare. Okay, that says all we need to know. All right. You left this terrible review for the wrong business. We are on advanced dental. Okay, good. What I would say is, here's how I'd respond to this. Dear Phyllis, so sorry to hear about your experience. We actually aren't advanced dental and we don't have a barber on our staff, but so sorry to hear about your experience. And we would love to get you the assistance you need to either get some help to connect you with advanced dental or assist you with any of your dental needs as we could. Something along that lines. Folks, give me a thumbs up if you're seeing a difference about how I'm responding. Sierra, you get me? Yeah. It's important that you all understand we are in a position of, we're the high ground. We are the professional. We can never let our public see that you got me, you got to rise out of me. It's so important. And I know so many of you, I really do. I see Sierra here. I see Janelle here. I see all these pros who are just very used to dealing with people who are challenging and such. Well, they need to see you at your very best. So that's the negative review aspect. Any questions for me on that? Great. You're very welcome. Glad that helped. All right, we're going to go on to the next part of the profile here. Enough with the negative reviews. First, I'm going to go back to what I said initially. It's an amazing profile, a lot of great reviews. The next thing I'm going to go into photos. We have to ask ourselves, is that a photo that is engaging, is going to entice me to click, is going to ask me to come in? And I'd say so far, I like it. It's organic, it's natural, it's not some, stock photo or anything like that. Liking it so far. Love that. Love this. Love that. Love that. Amazing. Yeah, very natural. Now, Derek left that photo here. Okay. Derek left that photo there for whatever reason and then decided to post it. What can you do about it? Nothing. You can file a claim with Google and you got about like a 1 in 25 chance that they'll remove it, but everybody has the right to post anything they want, including their Thanksgiving dinner photos, which I've seen at some of our clients. So the way to get around that is you just post more photos. Beautiful. Love it. Great stuff here. This is really a fantastic profile. We've even got some video. Let me see if I can share audio.
Happy I came to Dr. B. She did it. Her and her team are fantastic. They actually helped me with my anxiety. I'm really happy that I came to the office and I survived.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. You see, it's very natural. It's very genuine. Now, I'm going to tell you, whenever you're doing a testimonial video like that, I'm going to encourage you to use the microphones that we suggest. And it's a little Bluetooth mic that plugs into the bottom of your phone. And I know sometimes you didn't remember it. So you got to go clip it to the patient, and it kind of makes it a bit more formal. If you don't have a mic that's a Bluetooth mic and you can lapel it to the patient and then to yourself, get a little bit closer to that patient. Get a little bit closer to that patient, because the microphone is a proximity microphone, which does this. Watch what happens. I just want to talk to you about the dental practice I just went to. It was a really good experience and stuff. How's my audio now? Okay, so microphones have a quality that the closer you are to the microphone, the more natural it sounds like the person's voice. So when a person's further away, the microphone has to listen a little bit harder, and then you get the background noise. And because you're in a dental practice with solid floors, you get echo, we call it reverb, things like that. But still so good. Like, don't take that down. That is a great testimonial. The best testimonial there is the one you just did. That's the best testimonial. And you just learn and you get better and you get better and you get better. So I don't want that to be critique on this and go, oh my gosh, it's not perfect audio, blah, blah, blah. No, it's great. Good. Okay. Good. Now, some of these things people might not understand. If you're going to show me your CT, then I'm going to ask you to do it in kind of a fun way, because it almost looks like, okay, good. We've just put this person in a machine that removes his head and then replaces it later. A lot of people just don't understand what's going on from a dental capacity. So this stuff is amazing. Great. Let's see what we got here.
I came in today because I was having a tooth that ached. I have a hard time going to the dentist because I lost hope a long time ago. I was always told I'd end up with dentures and there was nothing they could do. And they've told me that they can work on my teeth and save my teeth. So
oh my gosh,
I feel like I'm welcome here and feel very comfortable and excited, but nervous to start the journey. But I'm happy to get my smile back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, who just got hit in the heart on that one? Who just got hit in the heart on that one? Oh my gosh. Amazing. Amazing. This is what it's all about. Beautiful. I better see all this on your social media. That's all I have to say. This is just gold. Good. Another one here.
Dr. B's office. My name is Donald Mays. And my experience today represented a watershed moment for me. I have some medical issues and my teeth were involved. And the teeth represent the gateway of your smile, and I lost it. And she put it back today. And I'm just so happy and emotional about it. It's just a great day for me. And I appreciate the staff here. And it's been a good experience.
Thank you.
Awesome. Now, again, just beautiful. Had we had some pro audio there, The gentleman's voice was just amazing, strong, but he was soft spoken. So we either get a little bit closer to the patient, or we put that mic on. And I know it's in the moment. Is it a little bit inconvenient? Just plug it in, put it on that person, but beautiful, beautiful. Question in the chat is, yeah, and great point there, Lisa. Different, varying ethnicities, male, female, 100%. It shows that the practice is like, listen, we take care of everybody who wants help. And I love that. So there's a question in the chat. How do you ask patients to give testimonials? We're about to go through that. And then another person says, what about, do we need their permission? And yes, you need to have a HIPAA consent for marketing purposes. This is different than a normal HIPAA consent. So HIPAA consent, general HIPAA consent, that is for medical purposes. This is for marketing purposes. If you need one, reach out to our team here at Bloomberg Digital. And if you're not a Bloomberg Digital client, reach out to Michael at Bloomberg Digital. He's got all the forms and such. We'll give you a sample HIPAA consent form. Still, I do want you to get it checked by your local HIPAA consultant or local attorney because the laws change all the time. What I would do with those is I would have it in your standard new patient onboarding and then have a little checkbox in your software where you can just check the box on that patient when you've got that HIPAA consent so you know it forevermore. Otherwise, pull that sheet out right after you ask for the testimonial. So we'll circle around. How do you get videos uploaded onto your Google Business profile? You actually add them as a photo, just like you do a photo. You just upload it like a photo. I know that in Google Business, you can add it as a video. You could do that too. But believe it or not, when you add it as a photo and you select it on your file, I'm going to see if I could show you how we do it here. So when you're logged in with the correct Gmail, you're going to see this when you go to your, like Bloomberg Digital is us, and then I go to our profile, it shows you all of your Google Business profile data. And you could go and you can edit your profile, read your reviews, look at your performance. And right here, I can add photos, and I can also, if I go here, I can edit the photos. I can manage my photos. So when I manage my photos, I can delete them. And then of course I can add photos. So when I add photo, I could either drag and drop it, or I just select it from my computer and such. So you could do this from your Google Maps app on your phone. Google Maps is how you navigate your Google Business profile. You got to be logged in there. If you don't have Google Maps, you should get Google Maps because you want to have all your notifications enabled on your phone, whether you are using Google Maps as a navigation app or not. If you're the business owner or an office manager who's been given management permissions for that, you definitely want to make sure that you're seeing every time somebody leaves a review or every time somebody changes something on your profile. I'm going to go back to this profile. We are moving right along. Good. So now I've looked at their photos and videos. They are awesome. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the website. Okay. So website, this is what we call our hero. This is our hero image, because this is where you have the best chance. Now, I've got some images. I like what I see so far. I love that. I would say our calls to action and our deals, our offerings should be highlighted off here on the right-hand side. So there's a lot of focus on the image. I would probably frost that image a little bit, and I would have new patient special, a big box over here, free second opinion, a second box over here. That's what I would do. Okay, so that right here, I would put that right up here. And let's see what we got here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Maria Butsikos. Most people call me Dr. B. I'm the general dentist here at Bradenton Complete Dentistry. Unlike most dental offices these days that are corporate-based and profit-driven, we are a private practice that focuses on the individual.
Love that. It's good. Good. We got a bunch of stock photos here. It's not bad, but I do want to think about if I have dental implants, that image means very little to me. Plus, those look like veneers. I would have a before and after for a dental implant. Cavity filling, that's fine. Teeth cleaning, that's fine. Crowns and bridge, fine. Cosmetic dentistry, I'd have a before and after here of veneers or whitening. Urgent, yep, that's good. Periodontal therapy, fine. Some people know what that is. A lot of people don't. Good. All right. There's your social proof. Good. Not bad. Not bad. I just say you've got a big environment here where you had opportunity. And this is, you've got 3 seconds to grab that person's attention. So this is a good chance to do so. I'm going to check I don't see a smile gallery here. Is there a smile gallery here? No. Okay. Good. You're going to check your About Us page. That's an important one. See if that's the same video.
Hi, I'm Dr. Maria.
Yep, same video. Good. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Okay, so that looks like it's the same video editor who is marketing a different practice, which is linked to your, I don't understand that. Maybe you do. Maybe it's a different practice, but okay, good. All right, and let's check out a services page. Yeah, the page loses its, that's a mistake. Gotcha. Okay, good. The website loses the flavor. Like I would want everything I saw back here. I would want everything I saw here on my website. Like this is far more interesting and engaging than your website. Get this content into your website and make your website look like that. We could help you with that, obviously. Another thing about this is I'm not seeing your social media links. Oh, there they are. So I want your social media links here. You got Facebook and Instagram right at the top of the page on every single page, and then make them a really prominent. So let's check out your social media links. There's Facebook. Okay. Good. That's going to get me a strike on YouTube if I keep going. Good. Love it. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Good. Oh. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Good. Okay. Good stuff here.
After any dental term, what would it be?
I'm still thinking.
Okay. It's good. What it is very real. So
come to Bradenton Complete Dentistry. They are like family here. They're the best dentists I've ever been to. Thank you so much, and lots of love.
that's great. Now I want to see everything I see here on your Google Business Profile and everything I see on your Google Business Profile here. So make certain that you are posting every little bit of everything. And I would have a run of your social media actually as a bit of a feed in your website, because your website's really snoozy in comparison to your profiles. And your profiles are strong. Your profiles are quite strong. So I think that's good stuff here. Let me just check one other thing, see all your photos. I'm not seeing a lot of before and after. So I don't see a smile gallery on your website, and I'm not seeing, oh, there's a before and after. That's the first one I've seen. Want lots of before and afters. And I would say, that's a good solid 7.5 out of 10, maybe 7. I think you've done fantastic. So everybody give them a hand. Well done for all the stuff you've done right. The testimonials knocked it out of the park. Well done. I'm willing to do another one if you want me to go forward. So go ahead and put that in there. But you guys can throw that in the chat if you want me to review yours. In the meanwhile, I'm going to show you how to ask for a testimonial. Melissa, do me a favor. Unmute. You're going to be my patient. Okay, good. So Melissa, let's what's your position?
Insurance coordinator.
Okay, good. You're going to be the patient. You just had a great appointment. Something went well. I helped you with anxiety or whatever. That makes sense? You tracking?
Yep.
Okay, good. So Melissa, I hear that you're happy with your new smile. Tell me about it.
I mean, it's great. The dentist was really calming. She helped me with my nerves, and I feel really comfortable here.
Fantastic. I know you've been to other dental practices in the past. What would you say that we do better or different than other practices you've been to?
Just the staff in general. I'd say everybody's super welcoming and it's really nice. It feels like family here. So that's really what I like about this practice.
That's great. And you said kind of helped you overcome the nerves and stuff. Have you run into some dental anxiety in the past? And if so, how did we, navigate that or help you overcome that?
Oh yeah. I mean, going to dentist offices over the years, it's just been really nerve-wracking. The noises and, all the instruments, it can be really scary. But, coming here, the dentist was, really nice. They explained everything to me, which I liked a lot. And I was able to understand what they were doing, and it wasn't as intimidating.
Amazing. Well, I'm really happy to hear you feel that way. We work really hard to get those results. Reason I'm asking is that, very similar to, remember how we had you leave a Google review in the past, and you shared some great kind thoughts at that time. There's, Melissa, there's a lot of people out there that are too afraid to pick up the phone because they've had a past bad dental experience that was very traumatic. They're embarrassed about the neglect of their smile or their hygiene or whatever, or they just don't know. They just don't know how important it is. And so they put off going into the dentist, but more so, they don't know who to trust. And we could talk to them all day long about how we do the things you just mentioned to me really, really well, but they're not going to listen to us. And kind of obviously, we're the business, we're the dental office. Of course, we're a bit biased, but they will listen to you. 1 out of 3 people don't go to the dentist routinely because of their fears, concerns, or past bad experiences. And for that reason, I want to know if you could help them out by agreeing to do a short video testimonial, just saying exactly what you just said from your heart, to talk to these individuals and just share your experience, not for us, but for them. Would you be willing to help them out?
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that. I'd like to do that.
Yeah, just take a few minutes. If you're not happy with it at the end, we could either redo it or trash it. It's totally up to you. I've got a little form that I'm going to have you just sign at the end of that, but I'm going to set up my phone right here on this tripod, and boom, I hit record. Did you all get what I just did? Thumbs up, medium, or down? Did you all get what I just did? I'm not positioning it. Oh, can you help us out with the testimonial? I'm not doing that. Yes, it is helping you out, of course. But truly, why are we getting testimonials? Because people don't listen to you. They don't listen to the business about the business. They listen to other people. As we all know, we go onto Amazon. Yeah, we find something that's good, and then we read the reviews. Social proof. So for that reason, it's very, very important that you position it as such. You're positioning it as, I'm actually getting your help to help that person who's too afraid to come into the practice. And how do I know this works? Tons of our clients have said, wow, we have so many people coming in as a result of patients talking to patients. And you will use these, having them on a tablet, downloaded on a tablet or on your YouTube channel, in the practice, in the operatory. Let the person just go through and story after story after story. So Raina asked this question. So we should include us speaking in the testimonial as it is part of a conversation, almost like how you would do an interview? That's a great question. And I'm going to tell you this. I think it's very important that you do speak to the individual, and you speak to the individual as you would hope that it would come across well or professionally in the final production. Truth be known, most patients don't want to hear your voice or our voice. They want to hear the patient's voice. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask the questions in such a way that once we ask the questions, we shush. We don't say anything until the patient's done speaking. We give it a little bit of a gap, a little bit of a pause, and then we ask the next question. The video editor team that we use is going to try and cut and just use the patient testimonial part, keep it really short and sweet and to the point, put the good stuff in the beginning, and then let the story play out. But sometimes it's necessary to have your voice in there for context. You ask the person a question, and then all of a sudden, it would make no sense unless your question was there. So do ask the question in such a way that you're okay on it coming through. Also, make sure you have a mic and make sure they have a mic. You should get one of these microphones that we recommend, and I'll give you the equipment list if you need. You can ask Michael Bach for the equipment list. That said, you're also being mic'd. So don't have the microphone too close, and don't be heavy breathing into it, and don't be smacking your gums like that, because that kind of stuff comes through on that microphone. So just know that. Great question. Okay, we have a staff member interested in doing a testimonial after her treatment is done. Is this okay? Yes. Yes, it's absolutely okay, because they're a valid patient of the practice. It's also a great place to start practicing. So absolutely get that. Good. Well, what I'm going to do right now is, it's an interesting little thing that you're about to see here. Michael Bach, part of our team here, been a friend of mine for years. He's going to do a little experiment with y'all. And I want you all to watch closely. Watch closely. Michael, I think this would be a good segue for us to go into your portion here and let folks see how things change, right? As we've discussed. Right. So you want to do your thing?
Yeah, Dan. Hey, great going. By the way, before I begin my little thought experiment, as I'm calling it, I want to thank Dan for the great time. Listen, guys, I see a lot of people want to have Dan do what he did. I will tell you, I do the thing Dan did. Dan taught me how to do it. We go back and forth in this all the time. We collaborate. So if you guys want to, I know a lot of people, you did not get to see that done. Please just get in touch. My email is in there. My text is in there. So with
and I'll
that
probably,
said,
Michael, just on that point, I'll probably circle around to do a couple more before the
that's great. Dan's going to do a couple more.
Yeah.
So now some of you have met with me. If you've met with me, raise your hand. Okay. Yeah, I see Dr. Poussin, Dr. Amy. How many of you really don't know me at all? Raise your hand. Just, I don't really, Victor, I know you know me. So what I'd like to do is talk about social media is part of marketing. Does everyone agree with that? If you do agree, raise your hand. As we just saw, right? Things here. Marketing is fundamentally about influencing and shaping perception. Does that make sense? Right? Someone doesn't know about you. All of a sudden they know about you. They felt a certain way. You want them to feel a certain way. Now, with no restraint on your communication, I want those who know me and don't know me to put some adjectives in the chat about me personally. Just throw them in there, guys. I don't like that guy. I like that guy. I think he's this. I think he's that. We're going to try to get, this is a thought experiment. I am the subject. I'm the control. I know all about, oh, there we go. Assertive, outgoing, smart. I love it. Approachable, outgoing, professional, talented, insistent. Love it. Confident, experienced. Keep going. Current fashion. My daughters would love to hear about that. Direct, don't hold back.
And he did invite anything.
I invited it.
Anything.
You can put arrogant. I mean, believe me, I've been around a long time. I've heard it all. Good communicator. Thank you. Nice. Anyone sitting on a negative comment, you know? And I'm going to say just whatever you want to say. Okay, great. Happy, Dimitri. Thank you. Okay, good. All of that is true, or maybe none of it is true. None of you, other than Dan and a few of my team members, are like friends of mine, right? Some of you have just seen me for the first time. Like to see you one day without your beard. Okay. That will never happen, but good. Not me, Britt, ha ha. Britt, I did not ask staff to participate, but that's okay. Let's keep it moving along. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, and I'm going to do this willingly, just so you know, some of my posts from my social media. Remember, we're about shaping perception. I am curious how this shapes your perception of me. I will add a little bit of context to each of these posts that you would know if you were on social media, okay? And I'm going to go all forms of social media, including my LinkedIn profile. So I'm letting my hair down for you guys. And who thinks this is going to be fun? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. And maybe someday you guys will get to do this too. So here we go. I'm going to share. We're going to start with a great one for someone who asked about seeing me without my beard. Okay. Who's looking at that one? You guys see that? This is me back in the 20th century. This is what I looked like in I would say that's about 1979. When I was a full-time professional musician living and working in Los Angeles. Okay, so that's what it is. I have been a lifelong musician. For those who do not know how lifelong, this is me playing in a bar in Albuquerque less than a year ago. Okay, playing and singing. This is me. It's a roadside barbecue joint where I used to play about once a month. I play guitar and I sing. So I'm sharing this, and this is from my social media profiles. You got it? Okay, now for those who do not know, this young guy is sitting right by my thing. This is my dog Woodstock. He is my best buddy. He's about 11 years old. This is what we call his hero pose, okay? This is Woodstock in his hero pose about 5 or 6 years ago. He's probably about 7 years old. He's now about 11. All you got, if you're getting a different perception of me, give me a thumbs up. Like, that's weird. Like, I didn't know that. That's kind of strange. Okay, good. Now, I love the outdoors. Who knew that? Who would have thought that? Okay, Dr. Amy, I appreciate it. We had a discussion about it. And you can see that's my wife, Patty. This is, of course, is our young man, Woodstock. Now he's a little older. He's about 10 there. We're in Durango, Colorado. Who's been to Durango? If you've been there, give me a thumbs up. Great town to take a vacation in. Absolutely amazing. And then here are Woodstock and I right before we left Albuquerque. My house is a mess. My wife was away, and it was just me and the boy, and we're just playing. Okay? So you see what I'm getting at here. Now, I'm going to completely switch gears on you and show you some testimonials from my personal LinkedIn profile. Those of you who do not know, prior to coming to Bloomberg Digital, I started and ran a company called survey.com for over 30 years. I'm going to point out this one testimonial here. The top one is from Lauren Levitan, my dear friend. Lauren is one of the most respected female technology executives in Silicon Valley. She's a Stanford MBA, and you can just take a little look at that testimonial. I'm not going to read it because it's very positive and I'll look like I'm bragging about it, but this is right off my thing. Eric Hibby is a computer scientist. He was at Compaq Computer for many years. Again, one of my close friends and colleagues. And there he is talking about me. Everyone got all that, right? Now, whose perception of me has changed? And if so, how has it changed? Put something in there. Is there something you found out about me that changed how you view me? Did you learn something you didn't know? Did something happen that would change my perception? See, more relatable, more fun, more approachable. I'm a family person. Yes, I am. You're a musician. That's right. Look normal after, look normal person after seeing pictures. Okay, so what this has done, and the point here is because Britt is about to do a very interesting presentation on social media, I wanted to give you guys a bit of a taste of what happens when social media is used. It will create perception. It will alter perception. It will make people view you in a certain way, and you control that. Those are all my photos, my social media. I do want to tell you, everyone here, I am welcome. I love meeting with you. That's why I'm here. That's why Dan brought me in, because Dan does these things. He's going to do one more. There are 12 of you who want your profiles analyzed. I will do all of them.
And Michael will do these at the same exact level that we've just done, and probably even a little bit more extensive. But Michael, if I can just comment on what you just did there, folks, and those were just a few images. If we had some video of Michael playing bass on stage with Tina Turner, which he did, if we had videos of Michael playing his guitar and singing, if we had some more videos of Michael or photos of Michael and his wife and his dog, we're limited on time. But now you really get to understand who Michael is. And you are all telling a story, which is a great story to tell when somebody walks into the office and they get to meet you and they get to meet your team and they get to see that your team are real people. And they find out that one of your team members volunteers at the local shelter, or they find out that you are involved in this and you yourself are a musician or artist or whatever, which is great when they actually get a few minutes with you. But that's also rare. And long before that, we've got to paint that picture, because they might not make a decision to choose you until they see some of that, which means they're never going to get into the office to meet you, really. So thumbs up if you understand what we just kind of did there. Excellent. So,
right. And I do want to say one thing. Dr. B, who I've never met, she said an amazing thing in that little video, which is, this is who I am, that we are a family practice, right? In other words, you guys are not corporate dentists. That's why you're there. That's why you have planted your flags. Bloomberg Digital is not a corporate, this is about as corporate as we get. Dan and I have jackets on, but we are not corporate. We are like you. We are a locally owned and operated by two amazing individuals who have other individuals, our team. And that's why we are here to help you fight the corporate overlords out there who are trying to make dentistry something that is sold by venture capitalists. That's just my pitch. I love the fact that Dr. B said that. And with that, Dan, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
So the next part of this, so many of you wanted to know, I need more content. How do I explore social media? How do I actually make marketing kind of come together? What do I do to get more engagement? We understand that you're still trying to connect a couple of things in your journey to learn more about marketing, hence these webinars. We asked Britt. Now, Britt Nateris is the person who actually runs Bloomberg Digital day to day. I am Chief Operating Officer, but truly, many of you know that I'm very busy with lots of different things. The person who actually runs the show is Britt. Britt has a massive amount of experience in marketing and such. So I said, Britt, let's take some time to share what some of our clients are doing, and let's do a little practical ourselves and use that practical and show our clients how to actually be more engaged in their social media. So with that, let's everybody welcome Britt.
Super happy to be here with you all today. Yeah, we're going to get into a little bit of what we've done recently here at Bloomberg Digital. A little bit of background about me. I know that you all get email blasts from me, and I love that. I love that you're hearing from me. I spent a decade in Los Angeles producing events and doing marketing for them. So some highlights would be I did an event with Zoe Deschanel. We did a farm to table event and dinner. I was able to interview Jeff Bridges, and he published a photo book, so I was able to produce that event. I spent the past half decade doing medical marketing. So I've produced hundreds of websites, done tons of SEO, done an incredible amount of management of ads, creative and development. And I'm so happy to be here at Bloomberg Digital. The team here is amazing and our clients are amazing. So I'm just thrilled to be here with you all. And without further ado, I would love to get into our presentation here on social media and PR and what we did at Bloomberg Digital. So I'm going to share my screen. So social media and PR, harnessing the power of goodwill. What are we talking about here? Okay, so social media is goodwill promotion. So I want to point out some of the things we talked about regarding negative reviews. One of the key things we mean about goodwill promotion is just communicating in a positive way and drowning out the noise of the negative. So you want to communicate in volume and ignore the negativity. And like Dan said, take the high road. On a personal note, I have a 1-year-old baby and I was looking at daycares. There were a couple low reviews. I didn't really think anything of it. Maybe someone had a bad day, couldn't find parking. But the owner of those daycares started reviewing back, responding to the negative reviews, basically telling people they were horrible parents. Immediate no. I did not go to that daycare. So again, we want to stay positive, helpful, and just focus on that. So specifically, what is goodwill promotion? So we have a simple equation here. Goodwill equals life. What do we mean by that? Communicate. You're as alive as you can communicate. So maybe I have a dentist. I haven't been in a long time, but I'm a little bit unsure if they're still in business because I just haven't heard from them. But I have heard from somebody else. They text me, maybe I've gotten a postcard. I see them on social media because we're in the same area. Maybe my friend went to them and my friend posted that they were there, on social media. So I'm kind of like, okay, so this dentist is definitely open. Maybe I should check them out. So what we're talking about is constant communication, showing them that you're still there, you're still able to help them. I already covered be positive. Make it fun. That's another aspect of positivity, but we all know social media depends on that engagement. You saw Woodstock, you saw Michael's puppy. People respond to things that are fun, light, easy to look at, not hard to look at. You're not going to want to show pictures of dental surgery. You're going to want to show the results after. Consistently post and get out there and plan ahead, but don't overthink. So be consistent, get out there, plan ahead, but don't overthink it. And we're going to give you some inspo, so this will get a little more interactive. So this is an example of what Bloomberg Digital did this month. Amy and I were at MGE with Dan, and we had some fun ideas and just got into it here. Keep in mind, we are, business to business, but hopefully this will provide inspiration of things you can do in your practice. So day one, the Great Tulip Giveaway. Spring has sprung over here. So Amy went around, found all of our clients who were at this office manager boot camp and gave them all a tulip. Some people said it was the highlight of their day, a great way to interact, in addition to thank you so much for being a client. So we have Toria here, Dr. Geck, Dr. Dill, Jordan, Dr. Abner, Maria, and their family. So very fun. And again, Amy's documenting all this. She's taking photos, she's interacting. Step 1 is doing it. Step 2 is making sure you have your phone out and you're capturing the images. Day 2, we got into our spring social media kits, which you can see here. So I'm going to break this down and give you the recipe, which you can copy. This is something we offered to our clients as like a starter kit, a way to interact with these pieces and post on their social media, bring it back to their office and get going with their patients and their practice. Now, in terms of team engagement, you could also do a spring self-care kit. The employee of the month or the person who gets the most reviews gets the self-care kit. So there's different ways of going about this, both to engage your team and engage your patients. This is the recipe. You'll see it in the video we provide, but we have a branded thank you note. Again, I mentioned this is the office manager boot camp. So we just want to let them know, we know how hard they work. Being an office manager is so tough and you guys do so much for your staff, your doctors, and your patients. So we want to acknowledge that off the bat. And the main through line you'll see here is these aren't disposable items. We want them to take it back, put it in their reception, decorate for spring. And there are some, cheaper items here, but that was for interaction. The bunny ears, the bunny glasses. This is a little ceramic vase. People can put referral cards in them, they said, or they would do sugar-free lollipops in addition to referral cards or business cards. So that was the idea. Again, memorable, seasonal, useful, fun, lasting. We don't want these things to go right in the garbage. We want them to take the tote, take the pillows, and use them. And they did. Instantly, there was a buzz. People were looking around for their totes. It was fun. It was light. It was not a very heavy kind of educational or serious topic, obviously. And it piqued curiosity. People who didn't know who we were or who hadn't met with us yet were kind of going, maybe it's time to find out what Bloomberg Digital is about. And we obviously captured it. Super cute. Her daughter was kind of like, after you're done with that pillow, I want to take it home. I want to use it. And then we got people putting on the props right away. This is Dr. Jones, Gloria. I know you're watching right now. We got some great content of their team engaging. Dr. Gecht again with her team. So they all just got into it, had a ton of fun. So this is something you could apply now for your patients. So to recap, key takeaways: goodwill equals life equals communication. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Get inspired. Go on Pinterest, go on Instagram, get ready. Your lapel mics are charged, your phone is charged, you're in airplane mode, you're gonna take some video, you're gonna take some photos. Execute. Dr. B's office had those awesome signs. What a great way to, just snap a quick photo, but make it so much more dynamic. Execute, capture it, snap that photo, get your release signed, and post. So super simple, but just a great way to have so much fun with your clients and get inspired. So we had a great time with that, and we hope everyone else did too.
Awesome. Folks, put some feedback in the chat on that one. What do you think about what Britt just went through? And what I really want to know, you're welcome to like open up your microphone and ask questions. This is interactive. We want to know, okay, good. Yeah, that all looks great, Britt, but how do we do it? Or I got a question about this. This is the time to ask. So yes, Britt is awesome. Thank you, Gloria. What are you going to do now? And do you need some help on some suggestions? So let me just see what's coming through. Giveaway basket. It's a great idea. Glad you guys liked it. Amazing. Love the ideas for gear, for photos. That's one of the most simple things you can do. If you're in your office, if you had what we call like a step and repeat backdrop. What is a step and repeat backdrop? I'm going to show you one. It's kind of like a vinyl background that you can get printed, maybe has your logos, has something fun connected to it. And that's where you and your patients go after their visit. They could put on some cool props. They could give their double thumbs up. They could do a testimonial right in front of that. It has a bit of branding, but it's just a nice place to go and a place to do it. What's the best social media platform to use? So that's an interesting question. As far as social media platforms, let's first talk about which ones. Facebook first, then Instagram. They're owned by the same company. They're both Meta, right? Used to be Facebook, now it's Meta. Meta owns Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. So Instagram and Facebook can be posts done at the same time concurrently. Then you want to make sure you have your YouTube channel. It's free, it's easy. We'll help you set it up if you're a client. Then what we want you to do is after that, move into TikTok. How do you post on all of them? Well, if you're a Bloomberg Digital client and you're on our Gold platform, you take whatever social media photo or post, and you actually just can trigger it right at that one point. So we're not going to show you right now at this webinar how that works, but simply you take one item, one social media item, and you say, I want to put that on Instagram. I want to put that on Facebook. I want to put that on, TikTok or whatever. And one click and it goes everywhere. So if you want more data about that, reach out to Michael. How often should you do a giveaway? I think a giveaway is up to you. Depends what kind of value we're talking about. You want to do something kind of fun and exciting every week or two. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be giving stuff away every week or two, but you want to be engaged. Have something that you're campaigning either for a week or two, and whether it's a giveaway or a patient involvement or a team involvement thing, that not only keeps it interesting for your patients, but actually keeps it very interesting for your team. And what Britt was talking about as far as team engagement, when you get the team around the activity, the team itself gets quite engaged and they get like, hey, this is kind of fun. Gives them something more to look forward to than, of course, just helping patients, which is great. Of course, just having a job, which they need. Of course, getting a paycheck, which they need, but something that makes work fun. So we'll show you some examples of that as well. Okay, so because I have their okay to use their stuff, little sugar rush to fuel our smiles. Huge thanks to our friends for the sweet treats. We appreciate you. So their patients or suppliers or whatever brought some stuff in. Team Spotlight Sunday, featuring your team. Brittany isn't just an amazing hygienist. She's also an amazing mom. When she's not caring for smiles, you'll find her soaking up the sunshine, whether it's kayaking, hiking, or any outdoor adventure. She also loves dressing up with her sweet boys and getting ready to fight crime. I mean, it tells me a lot about her, right? Where I might not otherwise know her, I go, oh my gosh, she's got a great looking husband, great looking kid. They're active. He's a stud, great. That's Brittany, their hygienist. I would have never known those things. Then they do a social media video per week and they figure it out each week what they do. I don't know if that was in. And then they feather in some before and after stories and testimonials. Look at their content. It's about, let's see. When Katie thought her performance review meant an actual performance. Oh, that's hilarious. So they do one of these a week and they plan it out and it's in their schedule where they have to come up with some fun idea. And then they post their explainer videos.
And today we're going to take a few topics about oral health and how it affects the rest of our body.
So Dr. Vera and Dr. Rich do routine, what we call explainer videos. So they post all of those. That's one of their weekly TikTok type videos. What are they doing? Nothing like a team push-up contest to kick off the day. Everyone crushed it and we were seriously impressed. But the real MVP, Casey, 8 months pregnant, and she won with 27 push-ups in 30 seconds. I mean, I think that's fun. Raise your hand if you think that's fun. I think that's a blast. That's a great idea. Okay, beautiful day for some finals. So you got his final teeth, beautiful, all arm in arm. Everybody's happy. It tells me a lot about the practice. We have to get asked what Doc is up to. So Doc is Doc Salvatore. That's Richard Salvatore's dad. And that's Dr. Richard Salvatore Sr. And that's Dr. Rich's and Dr. Vera's kids. Simple answer is he's living his absolute best grandparent life. Also that hair. We personally think he's never looked better. Just good fun. Okay, happy birthday to Kathleen. Kathleen's birthday. Oh my gosh, and I missed it. Britt, we got to fix that. Your hard work, leadership, and positivity make such a difference in our office every day. We appreciate all that you do to support and inspire our team. Wishing you a day filled with joy, laughter, and all the happiness you deserve. Hope this year brings you success and happiness. Enjoy your special day. And, and we did engage with that. Good. And then, oh, that is hilarious. Okay. I like to keep the team on their toes when it comes to how we will start the day. Little competition always gets us ready to go. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, good. And that's their step and repeat booth right there. So they've got some vinyl there, and that's where they do patient photos and stuff. I would highly suggest that you kind of look into their stuff. They've got great stuff, great samples. Give me some comments if you think that was helpful to just see some of that stuff. I'm game if you've got any questions, if you want to challenge me on anything, if you've got concerns. I've got a number of your videos on, not near enough of you. Thank you, Dr. Mansfield. Despite driving, she's still got her video rolling. She knows me. Love her. Yeah, great content, great ideas, great. Yeah, nice team spirit, right? Absolutely. I'm open to, if you guys want me to take a look at yours. Oh, now there's a great question. Alexander says, is there some risk of things might make the office come off as not serious? Great question. 2 points on that. First, you can't just do all fun and goofy and stuff like that. You've got to intersperse it with some, here's some professional highlights, before and afters, the results we get and such. But here's what I typically see, and this is the second point. What I typically see is that people feel, they don't want to offend certain patient types. The conservative and more like, reserved patients, they're probably not too much on social media. If they are, they're probably not going to sit and scope yours. And if somebody is offended by it, I don't know if that's the best fit for the practice. And so I don't want you to do things that are not what you guys normally are and who you normally, are on a routine basis. I don't want you to be something that you're not. It's very important. I want you to be who you are. But I think a lot of us have times when we like it when it's kind of fun and light. Raise your hand if that's you. You like having fun. You work hard, you get down in business and stuff like that. But, some people that are just like, listen, I might not do that level, but I do some fun. But what we saw with so many of our clients is as they get into it, the team really gets into it. I see Dr. Rich Salvatore, he sits there, he rolls his eyes. He's like, I don't know, is that? But they got him even doing a couple dances. I mean, he said, I'm not going to be the dancing dentist. I'm not going to be that guy. They got him dancing a couple times. If you don't want to be the dancing dentist, I feel you. Don't be the dancing dentist. But at the same time, it gets a bit infectious and they have a great time. It's great team spirit. So it's a great question. People's attention spans are short. Fun will get you views and likes. It's true. It's so true. It just is. Go ahead and drop your practice name in there if you want me to look. Okay, Elite Dental, Holland, Michigan. Okay, is that the Elite Dental I'm supposed to look at? Yeah, good. Oh, Sierra, is that you? Great. Okay, Sierra, great job on the reviews. Lots of reviews. Folks, if you want to see how competitive, because I know where this is, 588, you think, well, geez, I mean, Sierra is kicking butt over everybody, and she is most everybody. But watch what I do here, folks. I'm going to take this. That's your search phrase in Google. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to right click it and copy it. I'm going to open up another tab. I'm going to paste it, and I'm just going to do a little competition search. Okay. So we've got Lakeshore Dentistry, 783 at 4.9. I'm going to check more places. I'm going to go down this list. Okay. So there's Lakeshore Dentistry, 783, 413 at 4.8, 582 at 4.9. There you are. Okay. Well, she is definitely kicking some butt. Okay. It's good, but it's not the most. And we want to be the most. We want to be the most. That's our first goal, is to be the highest and the highest rated. And then we want to be 2 to 3 times the next most highly rated dental profile on Google. So our first goal is to be number 1. And then we double number 2, and then we triple number 2. You might think, well, geez, that's a lot of work, and it might take a lot of time. Yeah, I could tell you Mark Dill felt the same way. Dr. Dill and Nuga Dentistry, they were right next door to a practice that had, I think they had like 400 or 500 reviews, and they had 40. Nuga Dentistry, they put in our pattern, and this is where they're at now. It happened over 3.5 years, but they're at 2,778. They are the most reviewed practice by over 3 times the other practices in the area. So yeah. Now I am going to say this, Sierra, I would probably choose a different image. I think this is fun, but you can either zoom in on that, or let's take a look at what you got in here. Love that. Like, I like that, even if some of those people aren't even there, better than that other image because it's a little bit more people oriented. I love that one. That is just fantastic. Awesome. We know what's going on there. Okay, good. So here's what I want. I love the office. It's a beautiful office. I want to replace these photos with people also in those photos. So get the team in there, make it fun. Show me the space with people in it, okay? Just kind of like you did here. Put some folks in these photos. It's a beautiful office, beautiful office. But we want to show the office like that because it just shows a lot more personality. Does that make sense, Sierra? Good. More like that. Like, this is great. This is just awesome. That's what I want to see. And we need a lot more photos. I'm going to give you another example. If we take a look here, that's a great way to show your office space. That's a great way to show your reception. That's a great way to show an operatory. It's a great way to show your space. Put people in photos. I love seeing the office space, but always try to find a spirited way to show it, even if it's just like that. Hey, we're just people, like everyday people, just like you. Good stuff there. All right. And lots more photos. Love the reviews. We got 4.8. Let's sort by lowest. This is textbook, folks. Textbook. Beautiful. Great handling of a negative review, Sierra. Even signed it, Sierra. Be happy to. Beautiful. Couldn't be better. Good. Get that one answered. Get these others answered. Nicely done here as well. I want to just read these responses. I'm not even going to read the negative review, but I want to read the responses. Corey, we are so sorry to hear that your experience with our office hasn't gone well. We would love the opportunity to discuss any questions or concerns from your visits. We truly try our best to predict what insurance will cover. However, at the end of the day, the insurance companies do hold more power on what they will cover for patients. Again, we apologize for any confusion or miscommunication regarding your treatment or account and would love the opportunity to connect. If you call our office at number, ask for Sierra, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Beautiful. Just perfect. Taylor, we truly apologize for any miscommunication your family has felt in our office. Fortunately, there are instances when we see our insurance companies save money by paying what they would for outdated treatment as an alternative option. We always strive to provide. You see, she's not taking up that case specifically. She's giving policy in general, our ethos, our approach. We always strive to provide the best care for our patients and apologize for any miscommunication in the process. We do our best to provide patients with, not provide you, but provide patients with an estimated cost of treatment. However, the insurance companies have final say regarding our contract with UHC. We're having an in-person conversation with any patient affected by coverage changes. Yeah, it's great. Good stuff. Let's just get the rest of them answered. Okay, Sierra? And folks, I'm going to touch on this here in a moment because I know the fascination. I can see your eyes. You wanted me to read the negative review. You got drawn into the negative review. You're sitting there, what was he talking about? Don't do it. Don't go there. Negative reviews happen. What's the percentage of people out there that are just, hovering on sanity or actually a little bit nuts? Can you put it in the chat? What did you learn from your MGE training? What's the percentage of people out there? Yep, 20%. You nailed it, 20%. You've got the documented nut cases that are 2.5% out there. And those nut cases are connected to certain people that go up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's about 17.5% of people, totaling about 20%. So 2 in 10 people are going to be a little bit unstable or very unstable. You have to just know that you are in healthcare. People come to you in pain, in trauma, connecting past bad experiences. And sometimes they find out, this is what they need and this is what their insurance is going to cover. And they, they're trying to get out of a copay or whatever. Go to the new patient workshop for MGE, reattend it if you need to. Go online to DDS Success, watch the videos on how to handle negative reviews. But just know this, we do not ever put our attention on the negative. Just like Britt said, isolate the negative reviews, office manager or PR marketing person, you got to handle it. And then we just drown out the negative with all the positive. And that's what we look at. Good. Getting back to it. I'm going to move straight into your website. Now I see where the teeth came. Okay. Again, a lot of real estate here. I would probably bring that free consultation up here and one other. Look at this smile gallery. Loving this. Look at the size of the photos, folks. Look at the size of the photos. Nice big photos. We want to see more. Let's see. They've obviously got a smile gallery. Perfect. Got the before and the after with a description of Sierra. Is this ours? Did we do this? Yeah. Okay, good. I'm wondering. Yeah. So this is a Bloomberg digital site. Nice. Good. Now we need more of these. Okay, Sierra, we just keep piling them in, get more before and afters, just get a bunch of them. Great start. You have many more on the way. Fantastic. Good. Good. Here we go. No stock photos. You see this? These are all real office photos. No stock photos. Perfect. Nice. Nice spacing. Good. Beautiful. And look at this. You see what they did here? Who they are in the practice and who they are outside the practice. We'll see that more on their About Us page. Nice job, Sierra. Good. You got this stuff put together. Let's meet the team. Just as an example, you see who she is in the office, who she's outside of the office. Love going to the dentist, having my teeth clean. That's why she joined the dental field. I have 3 dogs and I love spending time with. Additionally, I love to spend time painting, reading, and watching my favorite anime shows. You see, I've never met Heidi, or maybe I have, but I don't remember. But I feel like I know her more. Good. And services page, let's see, Invisalign page. And there's a video by Dr. Wisniewski.
Hey, thanks everyone. My name is Dr. Phil Wisniewski, and I'm with Elite Dental. And I want to talk to you for a few minutes.
So he's on the platform. So he's now answering common questions about Invisalign, and then we transcribed everything he said. So now we've got a big, thick page on his Invisalign page. Beautiful. And the person who's getting him to do all those things is Sierra. Nice job, Sierra. Okay, folks, well, we're 1 minute away from the close of the hour. On our next webinar, we're probably going to do more of these where we go in detail. What I want you to focus on between now and then, check your reviews, check to see where you stand as compared to the competitive offerings in your area. Do you have the most reviews? Do you have the second most reviews? Are you the most reviewed in your area? Are you 2x the next person in line? Check that out. Look at your photos. Do you know how to upload your photos? Do all your photos on your Google Business Directory line up with your social media and vice versa? Are you bringing any of that content into your website? And then, of course, take all the great little tidbits that we gave you today. Thank you to Michael. Thank you to Britt. You guys have been a great team today, and we'll see you on the next webinar.